And so it went on.
Now is the winter of our discontent, going from bad to worse.
But it's a long road that has no turns. And so, after we'd let Garrett play at statesman, for a couple of years at least, the rightful heir to the throne was restored. Bonnie Prince Charlie. And so we came to a period of light and achievement. And Ireland, long a province, wins the Tour de France and the gold disc.
And now up La Plana comes Pedro Delgado. He must now be the favourite. Who's this coming up the hill behind him? And it is Stephen Roach, and the Irishman is unbelievably fighting back. And the gap is down to 4 seconds. And Stephen Roach has now set fair to win the Tour de France. And this is unbelievable. By Sunday, when the world's media gather in the Champs-Élysées, this will be the smiling face of Ireland that the world sees. This will be the most famous Irishman in the world.
We'll see about that. Mara!
Yes, boss, yes.
Organise the jet for Sunday.
Right, boss. Jez, I didn't know you had much interest in the old cycling, boss.
Of course I do.
Yeah.
It's not perhaps widely known that my grandfather was a domestique to Jacques Anquetil, and that Shea Elliott only got his place in the Tour when my uncle pulled out. I myself was going well on the Col du Bisque when I failed a urine test. I had the race official transferred, put a spoke in his wheel. He's now fixing punctures in Alsace. While Joop Zoetemelk was a harmless poor devil whom I made a peace commissioner, and in fact got him a temporary job as sacristan in Donnycarney Church. I remember him getting into trouble with the PP after his World Championship win for washing his rainbow jersey in the Holy Water Font. And I once nudged Bernard Hinault in a pursuit semi-final at the Velodrome in Marseille, so that in many respects cycling is in my blood. Eddie Merckx was a personal friend of the family who'd often bring his bike into the Russell for a jar with myself and colleagues. I remember one evening him belting around the green with Lenihan on the crossbar shouting "Poussez, poussez," which, although I don't speak French that well, gave me a laugh, not to mention an erection.
Boss, yes.
How often have you had me on the cover of Time magazine? How often?
Just,
Never. You have never had me on the cover of Time.
Very
Yet
true.
Yet I pick up Time, and who do I see on it?
You two.
No, not me two.
Oh.
Those two.
Oh, yeah.
Those four.
Yeah.
4 gurriers,
As I meant.
whippersnappers, 4 tuneless gobshites, and they grace the cover of Time magazine.
But it's rock music, boss. That's different.
They're on the cover of Time magazine, Mara.
Yeah,
Get them in here. We need a reception for them.
Right. As usual, we had a reception.
And which one is that?
That's the Edge, boss.
I told you, I don't want her here.
No, it's the Edge. He's the guitar player, man.
And why is he wearing a scarf? My mother used to wear a scarf and she wasn't in a rock band.
No.
Which one is that?
That's Bono.
Good Latin name, Bono. Oh, and who's this young fella? Come here to me. Tell me, son, what do you play?
I play the Skins, man.
The Skins, man.
Yeah, the drummer. That's where I am, man. That's where I am. I was going to be a drummer, you know.
Have you always worn an earring?
Huh?
Smashing, young fella. Sit up here on my knee. Come over here to me.
Hold on, take it easy.
Nothing wrong. Come on over here.
Not into that, man. No offence. I'll tell you what I told Boy George, man. Not into it, okay?
You could come to the island and live with the deer. After all, drummers are a dying species. I mean, there was Keith Moon and then the fella with the Beach Boys.
Man, take it easy.
You'd be safer on the island. We could breed a herd of drummers. Come over here.
I'm not into it, man. Take it easy. I'm not into it.
As is the way of the world, all things must pass. Sic transit gloria mundi. The king is dead. Fuck off, Albert.
Now, in the studio with me is a gentleman we shall just call
Charlie.
Charlie. Right, now Mary says you don't want to give your full name.
That's right, Gay.
Tell us about it.
Well, I had a good job, steady job, but I wasn't happy with it, and I started wanting the fellow above me his job and the fellow above him, and I went to the doctor. He told me I was suffering from ambition-intense drive syndrome, and it developed in time into full-blown megalomania.
Oh, know it well. It's the old story. We have it here on the show, day in, day out. People will not listen. So what happened?
Well, I'd be out every night driving around the country just looking for some power, and after I'd got a bit, I wanted more, and then I got involved with the Guards.
And this would have been...
around 1970.
And you were acquitted, Mary tells me.
Yes, Gay, and then I really hit rock bottom. At that stage I'd have done anything for power. I went all over the country, anywhere, didn't matter. I wasn't eating well, just chicken and chips all the time. And
Dear, oh dear, just chicken and chips.
yes, Gay, with possibly the odd prawn cocktail starter.
My, dear, oh dear.
That's how low I had sunk. I'd have gone anywhere, done anything. I was mixing with tramps, vagabonds, the lowest of the low, common secretaries even, and I got more power, and by 1979 I was doing serious power.
How much, Charlie, how much would you have been doing at that stage?
As much as I wanted.
It is so hard for people to understand that it is actually a disease.
It is indeed, Gay.
And friends don't matter.
No, Gay, when you want more power, you'll get rid of your friends one by one. You'll do anything.
And then you kept on the power thing till...
Just recently.
But you've kicked it.
Well, I think it might be fair to say that it has kicked me, but no, I don't need it anymore.
But you still have the craving.
Oh God, yes, I miss the power, especially after a cup of coffee in the morning. I'd be dying to sign a bit of legislation. I mean, even as we talk here, I'd love to start giving orders. I came out this morning dying for a ribbon to cut or simply just to fire someone, but I'm getting used to it now.
Well, that is a heartening story, lovely story. Wish you well, son, and let that be a warning to you out there. We are sick and tired of telling you, give up the power thing, but will you listen? No, my friends. OK, we'll take a break here.
No, I don't feel it would be appropriate to take a break there. I'll know when it's time for a commercial break. I utterly reject this particular commercial break. It's an outrageous fabrication. I can only assume, Mr. Byrne, that you have your own agenda.
Just had to take time off from the show to express my great sadness at the departure of one of our great political figures, Charlie Haughey, Slán Lathachol, especially before I got a chance to have him on the show. But I knew Charlie personally too. Every time we met, it was always a big hug, and though he tried to kiss me, he was that bit robiug, bless his mohair socks, so he'd hide his embarrassment by burying his head in my chest, ogla na hogla. He once told me it was during one of those occasions that he got the idea of making Noel Davern Minister for Education. It's nice to know that in my own small way I influenced the course of Ireland's history. Machiol hua Charlie, agus Slán anish Slán.
Charles Haughey was a great man, maligned, vilified by a virulent, vicious voice in the media. A lot of day, Parnell dragged down by the hype and the hypocrisy. This is a great guy, a guy who walked tall, walked straight and looked the world right in the eye. A great leader and a gentle, tender, loving father to my baby. Could you cut that bit? I promised him I'd never tell.
Yes, there's a we'll look after that, Eamon, yes.
Well, fair play to you for coming in for an interview anyhow and making your application. You have a neck like a jockey's bollocks, but we'll have a look at your application, but I don't think we can do much for you.
Please.
I don't know, no.
Albert.
No, I'm afraid not.
Mr. Reynolds.
No, I don't think so.
Boss.
Tell us. Mara, are you still driving the White Hiace?